A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Tuesday, February 1st. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. The new airline Play will begin its service between New York Stewart International Airport and Europe on June 9th, the airline announced today. The low-cost airline will provide service to several European cities via its hub in Iceland. Port Authority Executive Director Rick Cotton termed the new service a significant development for Stewart. Medicare, cost of prescription drugs, and other health care issues dominated the discussion Monday evening as Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney conducted a telephone town hall session with senior citizens. Those issues have been of particular concern as the pandemic continued for more than 2 years.
Things like Medicare and Social Security, man, they are so important to our seniors. You will never see me going after either. I'm working to expand them and make them work better for you. I think it's some of the best money we invest. And by the way, Social Security, we're giving you your money back. I mean, you paid into it for years, and Medicare, you're paying these taxes out your whole working life. You ought to have those benefits when you need them.
Maloney said he's confident that the latest relief bill that stalled in Congress will be resolved. The Hudson River Sloop Clearwater Organization has named a new executive director. David Toman of New Paltz will take over from acting executive director Steve Stan, who will continue to serve as board president. Clearwater has been without a permanent leader for a number of years and has been struggling with financial issues. Toman has an accounting background and served for 9 years as chief financial officer and vice president for operations at Mohonk Preserve. He says his background made him a perfect fit for the Clearwater post.
I was the right candidate at the right time for them. Without speaking on their behalf, I believe the board of directors were very strongly interested in somebody that would have my skill set to kind of help guide them through this challenge and see what we can do to improve upon it.
Toman said Pete Seeger had a wonderful vision to build a boat to save the river. The state police at Troop K are again hosting a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. food donation drive. This year, the donations will benefit Duchess Outreach in Poughkeepsie. Duchess Outreach has operated emergency food access and relief programs in the county for more than 46 years. The past 18 months have placed an enormous burden on food banks throughout the region, including the one at Duchess Outreach. Executive Director Renee Elliott, after learning that her organization was this year's beneficiary of the Troop K food drive, said that they can't thank Troop K enough. In December, over 864 households visited the food pantry, compared to pre-pandemic averages of 250 per month, she said. A mother and her 2 daughters from Poughkeepsie have been charged in Westchester County for providing fraudulent COVID-19 vaccination record cards to maintain and obtain employment at a Croton-on-Hudson nursing home. Poughkeepsie residents 48-year-old Antoinette Clark, 27-year-old Jazara Clark, and 22-year-old Javia Clark were each arraigned in Cortland Town Court on charges of criminal possession of a forged instrument as a felony. Sullivan County Clerk Russell Reeves reminds handgun owners that they may need to re-up their permits soon. The New York Secure Ammunition and Firearms Enforcement Act of 2013, commonly known as New York SAFE Act, requires the holders of handgun permits to be recertified every 5 years. Reeves says if your permit was issued on or after January 15, 2013, the deadline to recertify is 5 years after the date the permit was issued. If the permit was issued before January 15, 2013, the deadline to submit recertification was January 31, 2018, and then every 5 years thereafter. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.